It's been a minute. I did one of these company video updates. So special shout out to Kathleen O'Brien, Tina, and Steve Barnes for gently suggesting that I get back on them. Got to give the people what they need. So here you go. Here's an update. Some new exciting news from the last time we all saw each other at the company meeting a month or so ago. All right. So first, a people update. We had a new group of summer interns start last week, and a new group of SIPs just start on Monday. So please keep an eye out for them. Remember, all of us listening to this video right now had multiple mentors. So please go out of your way to help these new summer interns and these SIPs. Meet them where they are, push them. We want them to grow. But just remember, right, it's in your control whether you be a good mentor, a neutral mentor, or somebody that doesn't really help them grow. It's incredibly important here that we have a culture of learning and helping people. So when you see them, help them, push them along. And that's just not for the new SIPs who started earlier this week or this summer interns, but when you see a first-year SIP, second-year SIP, or whatever it may be, that culture of mentoring is incredibly important. All right, some other general news. We have the company summer gathering tomorrow at Trillium. So check your email. There's stuff going on. We'd love to see you there if you can make it. We also have some softball games on July 10th against NEI and 8-10 internal. So nothing like a good summer softball. Once again, all that stuff's on email. Keep an eye out for that. All right. Some other exciting company news. As some of you may saw, we were recently ranked number 172 in ENR's top 400. Last year, we were number 232, so that's a massive gain. That is a nationwide ranking. ENR, or Engineering News Record, is the predominant magazine or publication within the construction space. So that's a huge shout out to everybody here who accomplished that. That's a total team effort from operations, estimating, administration, accounting, right? The whole gamut, everybody of all the 265 people here. So big shout out for that. Once again, it's not about the number or how high we get on the list, but it all comes down to execution and reputation. Along those lines, we were also ranked number 3 on the Boston Business Journal. So big shout out. We've come a tremendous way, over the last 18 years as Delbrook. And since we've joined up with JKS in 2012, so about 11 years now. So you all should be really, really proud and excited about that. But with those lists, brings me back to our company meeting priority items. Woo! Take a look at that. All right. Try to keep this simple, guys. Priority items: schedule, QA/QC, procurement, financial management, and effective meetings. 45 minutes. Do your homework before the meeting. Don't use the meeting to catch up, and don't waste people's times, and don't be late, right? If we can do those things, guys, that is not sexy. That is not glamorous. That's blocking and tackling. But if we do those, right, they're tied to our mission and our core values, we get reputation, right? That's what will keep us strong for the next year, 5 years, 10 years, however long it takes, right? However long we're in this game, more so than anything else, right? And especially going into some challenging times, right? We had record years last year, which is wonderful. This year is going to be a strong year, but as you all have read in the papers and understood in the marketplace, the financial situation of the macroeconomic economy, right, is definitely facing some challenges, which the construction industry is definitely not immune from, right? So we're going to have a good year this year. Next year is definitely going to be more challenging in the construction economy. I think we're very well situated, right, to weather whatever kind of storm, and then things hopefully will pick back up fairly quickly. But what we've seen with interest rates and bank collapses and all that stuff, right, is having an impact. The positive news on the other side is that we're starting to see the craziness in the subworld start to slow down a little bit. So hopefully manpower on the job sites isn't as big of a challenge. We're definitely seeing numbers and estimating getting tighter. We're getting a lot more sub bids, and the spreads are a lot more competitive. We're actually getting buyout now in project management. So for UPMs, going out and buying out jobs, let's get some buy, right? This is the opportunity the world is kind of switching quickly where, last, 2 or 3 years, right, you said the buyout word, people would laugh at you. That situation is changing now, right? So we got to be kind of aware of the macroeconomic situations. But I'm going to come back to this priority item sheet in a second because I want to update you on some recent wins we've had in the last 60, 90 days to try to really solidify 2024. We've had a really good run the last 60, 90 days. We're laser focused on putting ourselves in the best position we can for 2024, but some of the wins are Navigator Homes in Martha's Vineyard. That's a close to a $40 million project on the island, right? Some senior living, a bunch of different buildings, so really cool project. Metro West Armory, that's an affordable housing job for Metro West. Repeat client now, we're doing the Glenbrook Way Phase 1, Phase 2. So that's the next building, that's in Newton. The Wheeler School, Summer Farm, that's a shout out to the Dexter Southfield team for building such a strong relationship. They had a person from Dexter Southfield from facilities go over to Wheeler, and they are bringing us along with them. That goes to doing a good job. If you do a good job, good things will happen for you in the future. Goddard House, that's a senior living renovation project at Brookline. Shout out to all our other Brookline projects. That was huge in our ability to win that job because of our reputation within the city of Brookline. Procopio Hull, that's our 4th job for Procopio. Shout out to the Procopio team. We're up at in Haverhill or Bradford right now on the Beck. So shout out to them. Stratford Wing, I lost count at what Stratford project this is. It's got to be at least our 7th or 8th. So big shout out to that team for keeping those things going along. CDP Salem, we're close yet. I wouldn't call that, officially ours, but our team has, done a really good job getting into the right spot, and this would be our 2nd project for CDP. So that would be a huge win. Veranda House, that is a new client. That's the historic building hotel in Nantucket that burned down about a year and a half, or maybe last summer, I think it was. So we are rebuilding that. And then last and definitely not least, we have an upcoming project for Gillette, the football ops, which is, I've, once again, multiple projects. And one win project that I didn't mention on here is the Mariner Mill in Lawrence. And how I'm coming back to this right now, and the reason we won the Mariner Mill projects, it is actually the 2nd phase of a project in the same mill. So a different contractor did the 1st phase. It's a smaller project. Now, the majority of the rest of the mill, we are going to be renovating. And for in all essence, the other contractor did a good job on phase 1. So we had to really, really shine to get the 2nd phase. And, the estimating team did a phenomenal job. Shout out to them. The proposal team did a phenomenal job. Shout out to them. You never know exactly what factor it is that helps you win the project. But long story short, there was 2 people on the Mariner Mill team who were very close associates with people on Ringe Commons for Justice Start and also for 2 Life. So when the people from Mariner Mill, called up their close associates who they had worked closely with at previous employment situations, they gave, the Ringe Commons team, Scott McLeod and the whole Ringe Commons team, a great shout out, and a bunch of the 2 Life projects, great shout out. So those little small connections, right, really, help a tremendous amount, which goes back to reputation is everything. It's such a small world, guys. So every one of our projects has the potential to lead to multiple other projects in the future. It also has the potential to cancel multiple projects in the future. So every single thing, every relationship we do is important. But, shout out to all the teams for helping, get these big wins. That's it. This video is turning fucking pretty long. Great to see ya. And look forward to seeing you out the summer.